there's a Rover 75 coming towards us, and I believe it has aftermarket DRLs on it. It does.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ! Catch a grip.
When was the last time you saw a manta?
You don't see mantas, do you?
No.
You see capris, you don't see mantas. And I don't know why.
Well, they never sold as many as capris.
Yeah.
They're always more money, apparently.
That's fair enough. But
better made, but more money.
Why don't you see at least one manta a year? Because I don't think you do. I honestly can't remember the last time I saw a manta.
I saw a Cavalier hatchback about 2 months ago,
That's
which is not quite a manta.
It's like your Old Testament manta, isn't it?
It is.
Genesis of manta. And then you get into your New Testament actual mantas and your GTEs. And lo,
Berlinetta
was the body kit the same colour, and it was very white. And so were
the really white ones looked awful, actually, I thought. They looked a bit like
they have
German
a
fashion.
certain sort of 80s curiosity value now, which is why I can't understand why more people don't have them. Do you remember also, I think there was a sort of a particularly not that nice purple-y colour.
Purple manta.
Purple manta.
I'd buy a manta just because a manta ray is one of my favourite creatures in this world. Is that a reason?
Not a great reason to buy a car, is it? I mean, I like giraffes, but if they announced the Vauxhall Giraffe, I think I would judge it on its merits.
I told you about that time I was pissing in the garden once in the summer and a fully loaded Apache helicopter gunship went over. Really low, like really low. Oh yeah, I mean
they could definitely see you pissing.
Like I was having one of those like, summer eve, early evening dusk pisses at the end of my garden. I live in a very quiet area. No one was watching me. It was safe. It wasn't weird. And an Apache gunship came over the fields. And it felt like
slightly frightening then.
Like 50 feet above. It looked like 50 feet above the floor.
Take a fifth gear. Take a picture of his cock.
Yeah, honestly, my phallus shriveled in seconds. It had the mini guns on it. It had the missiles under its belly and everything. I mean, I've never even seen one fully loaded, and it just did that thing where it felt like the world was going to pause as it went by.
I mean, the thing is, they've got lasers and they've got their head-up helmet and shit, haven't they? They're really high-tech.
Oh, they're incredible.
There's every chance he could have fired off a single bullet and just taken off your old chap.
Oh, yeah.
That's the level
problem
of sophistication
as
of the
soon as I
Apache
clocked
gunship.
the gunship, my manhood was so shriveled. I mean,
Really, it ran for cover instinctively.
Full walnut whip spec, as Plato would say. Yeah, absolutely full walnut whip. Yeah. You get in a Caterham. You're getting an Alpha 4C.
Why did you just wave to that man?
Did I just wave to that man?
Did you not wave? Because I waved to him to say thank you, and you.
Did I wave?
You went like this.
Oh shit, that's creepy.
Like a cat, just teasing at a yarn.
Do cats work?
I don't know. I just wondered if you knew
Now
him.
I didn't even. I did that so subconsciously. I'm worried of what else I've done and not known. No, I'm really worried. You were saying boxy Jeep Cherokee,
yeah,
Quentin Willson era,
yeah,
and Tiff Needell era.
Yeah,
he had two.
And mine was quite a late one. I wanted a really early one with the 3-spoke wheel with incredibly light steering, because then you could window wash all day, as Quentin did. I mean, I've seen Quentin doing some incredibly complex. He could do an auto test in his Jeep Cherokee.
Could he do the circuit of Goodwood? You know, where the chicane is in Goodwood.
I think he could do the Nürburgring, or if he was busy and hadn't got the time, just go to Cadwell Park. Quite sort of, complex, technical, tight track. Window wash the whole thing
with the palm.
So the other thing that happened when I took my Jeep for its suspicious MOT is there was an elderly Irish gentleman in the little office with the counter in the garage.
They're always grubby.
And always grubby.
Always.
And it's got like a 1978 calendar that's still got boobs on it and stuff. and this old Irish guy was trying to book his car in, and he was quite incomprehensible. And he was going, "So will you be able to do it? You'll be able to do it tomorrow?" And the bloke went, "Yeah, I could do it tomorrow. Yeah, fine. Yeah, just go. What's your name?" And the old Irish bloke went, "Oh shit!" And the Cockney bloke went, "Oh shit." Mr. Oh shit. And the guy went, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" And I had to turn around and look at a poster about tyres because I thought I was going to lose my shit.
Can't believe she worked with a woman called Gay Spray.
Gay Spray. She also worked with a woman called Tracy Titcombe.
Can you see this boat that you're overtaking? You can.
The Harry B.
Yeah, it's called the Harry B. Now,
she was only a little girl. It's that, isn't it? Is that Harry B?
that's reminded me. We were on holiday 2 weeks ago in Espanyol, and you know you were talking about Riva boat design of the dash in this XJ. There was a Riva in this harbour near where we were staying.
Yeah.
And every day I walked past it, and it had the cover over it. I knew it was a Riva, you could tell. And one time, me and some of the people we were on holiday with, we walked past to get some beer, and the cover was off. We're going to have to just go and have a look at it because it was right at the end of the harbour. So I went up to it, and we were taking photos of it and looking around it. And as we got to the back, it had this lovely aquamarine piped leather interior. I mean, it was to die for. The name of the boat was? What was the name of the boat? A beautiful Riva in southern Spain. It couldn't have looked more gorgeous. What was it called?
Ken.
Keith 2. Keith 2. I stood there and we both went, what? Keith 2? It's called Keith 2. It was the most amazing boat.
What happened to Keith 1?
What happened to Keith 1?
Keith 1 was a dinghy and then it made a few quid. But
also, everything was so
I don't know where to start.
No.
I don't know where to start with that.
But it looked like, also the font was so thoughtless, it looked like those stickers you buy for your wheelie bin. It was just like, oh, quick, get the name, just Keith 2, there you go.
I think, apart from Comic Sans, which as we know is the font of idiots, I think the worst font that you could possibly write anything on a Riva Aquarama is Chicago.
I can't remember what
Chicago was that standard font from old Macs.
Oh, I remember.
It is so of its time, and yet now, in retrospect, so awful.
I think I'd have to look at the photos, but Keith 2 distressed me. It ruined the whole.
That is extraordinary.
It ruined the perfection of what was going on there. It was sitting in a harbour. It looked so nice. The aquamarine leather was just amazing. The dash was just, and then it was like, but it's called Keith 2, and in big letters, not small letters, big letters, in a really thoughtless font. Anyway.
Lovely old Cherokee. That is quite an early one. I bet that's full
cross-lace alloys.
Palming spec. Yes. Oh, now you'll join me here at Brands Hatch, where I've just set a new lap record in the category of urbane gentleman in Americana, steering only with one hand and
top of the wheel,
entirely flat palm. You lose marks if the palm is not flat.
You know, like those drift videos where the Japanese guys, have you seen them where they tape their hands to the steering wheel and stuff?
Do they?
Yeah, they do the Tugay or whatever they call it, where, you know, the mountain drift race.
Yeah.
Well, there's an amazing video that you must watch on YouTube where the guy has his hands roped and taped to the wheel at a certain position. It might be caught through.
For why?
So that he can drift a car without letting the wheel just whirl by. So it's the total opposite to the palming. It's dangerous.
That. Yeah,
it's Japanese and dangerous.
Break your wrists or something.
Yeah, but in that same vein, maybe Quentin can get like a piece of plywood cut the exact size of your hand. And
the plywood would have no purchase. I think what he needs is
would you tape
like one of those sort of sticky mats that old people have, so if they don't have such good motor skills anymore, so it stops your bowl sliding across the table. Those gummy mats.
A gummy mat,
and he could just cut a little section out of a gummy mat. And it would give him the extra purchase.
A gummy mat.
That he could just. I'm actually drifting into the wrong lane here because I'm too busy palming. I should have palmed that roundabout. What am I playing at?
I was going to say, you fool.
That was poor.
Could you palm from now on in?
I'll do my best.
Please, start palming.
I'm going to turn it.
We're going to go.
Palm. No, see, it's worth turning in here because there's a Rover 75 V6. Lovely. Palming.
Jonathan. Every time I see the words Jonathan Palmer, but I always think, I hope he does a hot lap, just like
this, right?
And he teaches people the method. So he goes, "Well, I'm Jonathan Palmer, and no one palms better than me."
I'll cut this bit out, but Jonathan Palmer is a